Okay, cool. So it looks like we've got a couple of folks joining here. I think it's a good time for us to get started here, and we'll be sharing a recording shortly after for anyone that joins a little bit late. But with that, I am very excited to want to introduce myself and to welcome you over to our live demo here with Threekit. Specifically, we're going to be focusing on delivering personalization and customization with 3D. Two things here, 3D has been a very hot topic as of late, especially with today's environment, but also personalization and customization, because there's some key aspects there that we need to point out of the importance of it and how we can bridge that gap, of personalization online. So with that, I'd like to introduce myself. My name is Ishmael. I am in sales development here at Threekit, and I am joined by Will Thompson, who is a demo engineer here as well. So I'm going to be the guy doing all the talking. Will's going to be the smart one that takes you through the demos. So with that, let's chat about why we are talking about customization in general. And it all stems from this right here. Recent studies have found that people are willing to pay 20% more for a product they can customize. Customization can be something as simple as changing a color, adding a picture, putting your initials, really anything, some sort of way for your customer to make it feel like it is theirs. And this is typically an online experience. And one trend we have to focus on is that e-commerce has seen more growth in the last 8 weeks due to COVID than the last 10 years. An 11% increase in the last 8 weeks. So more people are being driven to your site. So now is the opportunity to take advantage of this. Not to mention, it's important to call out, and may not have to do with this, but I always like mentioning it, is that people are right now being trained to buy online. When you see they're being forced to purchase household goods, medicines, groceries, pharmaceutical goods, online, typically when it's an experience they would have bought in the store, it's only training them for when, things slowly start to reopen, they're going to still be more comfortable purchasing these items online. So again, we have to, strike when the iron's hot and get these customers bought into your process now. So what does this mean for an online experience? Bringing it back to personalization. We need visuals. 83% of buyers point to product visuals as the most influential factor in online purchasing decisions. Not to mention, other surveys, back in 2016, the average online buyer only expected 3 images per product. When they revisited that in 2018, less than 2 years later, that number more than doubled to 8. So this is creating a problem. How do we create visuals for customized items? You cannot manufacture a good and post a picture in real time for a customer as they're building it. This is where 3D comes in, specifically Threekit and 3D. With Threekit, we're able to provide a 3D player, which will embed into your e-commerce site, your CPQ system, whatever it may be, or even something as simple as your WordPress site. And then behind the scenes, our advanced rules and logic engine is going to be driving the visuals on your site to help you produce quality, customizable 3D assets in real time for your customer. And this can be color changes, size changes, text upload, image upload. But we'll get into what this all looks like once Will takes over. So Bamford watches. This is a great example of a customer that's utilizing Threekit to really take advantage of this trend of customization. A little bit of a backstory on Bamford. They are a UK-based watch manufacturers, and they partner with brands like Bulgari, Tag Heuer, but custom watches were actually a main revenue stream for them, but they had no way to visualize it before we came along. So Threekit came in. We were able to embed the 3D configurator on their Shopify site. And with that, they were able to upload all of the different watch face colors, create a spot for you to engrave your initials, as well as change your watch band, all in real time for them to check out and purchase the watch. One interesting fact to call out here was Bamford has a lot of different watches that have already been manufactured, and some of them may not be the most sought after color combination, but it's still already been manufactured. So what's actually been happening is a customer will go on their site, and let's just use the picture as an example, create that watch with the rubber band and the green watch face, and still check out and pay the premium because it was a customized item. But Bamford already had this watch manufactured, so it cost them no more money to sell this, but they're still getting more in revenue because the customer paid that extra premium. So again, another benefit of personalization to help offload some inventory as well. And then Puka hats. This is truly customization at scale. Puka, they manufacture hats for corporate companies, sports teams. So their orders aren't like one, two, three, five hats. It's 100, 200, 1,000 hats. And they have to be highly, highly customizable. So with Threekit and our advanced rules and logic engine and our material library, they're able to upload all of the different material types, all of the different colors, the brims, you name it, image upload, text upload, multiple fonts. And they were able to visualize every single piece of that in real time. Plus, our manageable backend allowed them to quickly make changes to color options, and they can add or remove them on the fly, so that there's no delay in any sort of changes, operationally. So with that, I think this is a great chance for us to flip it over to Will. So I'm going to take a breath. Will, I will turn it over to you.
Thank you, Ishmael. Hey, everybody. It's great to be here today. My name is Will Thompson. I am a member of the solution engineering team here at Threekit. So today I'm going to show you a couple of different ways 3D can facilitate product personalization and customization. So first up, you can see my screen. We'll dive into Puka. They sell highly customizable hats, like Ishmael said, to those collegiate groups, sports teams, breweries, corporate groups, whatever. Whoever needs to buy a hat in bulk. Next, after we'll show you an online store that sells luggage and utilizes 3D to power rich customer experiences. And then we'll show you how this can wrap up into a mobile shopping experience and show you how your customers can customize items and then see them in their physical space. So let's dive right in. So like I said earlier, we're going to start here with Puka. So here's the starting point of their hat builder. And like we said, these are for larger groups. There are thousands of available options to us here. So let's just show you some of those now. So expanding this options panel, you can see we have, we can change the crown, our panels, our visor, the closures, what have you. There are so many things we can do to make this our own. So the first thing I'm going to do is just show you a small change with the visor. Change this and our closure in the back. So as you can see, these changes that are being made, they're not groundbreaking by any means. This is hat building, but notice how the hat changes its geometry, its shape. With these changes, the hat produces, the hat is an actual representation of what it looks like. There's no, just image layering. These are true to what these hats are going to look like. So let's get into the fun part and start selecting some of our colors. The first thing you're going to notice is just how many colors are available to us. But there are two additional panels here now. So in addition to this cotton that the hat is, there are so many other materials. There's sports materials, there's wicking materials, there's camo. I'm going to stick with the cotton, but each of those also has particular colors that are available to it or particular patterns. So just keep that in mind when you think about how many options are available to us here with this hat. So I'm going to keep it pretty simple, but we have a gray hat now. And I am going to select the color of our visor. I'm going to make it green. I'm going to do a little Threekit cap color scheme here. So here's our hat. So how granular can we get though? I mean, this is the largest part of the hat, the bill and the body. So I just wanted to show you a little more detail. Even the stitching we can customize here. And something to notice too is that, this is, again, the stitching lives in Threekit as it does in real life. It's a piece of stitching that exists in the Threekit platform. And you can apply colors, textures, materials to that stitching just to provide a very rich customizable experience to your customers. And what that means also is if the stitching or the hat body or the hat visor comes in a new color, Puka's able just to go right into Threekit, add those new colors or those new combinations, and make them available directly to their customers. So now we have our Threekit hat. The last thing I'm going to do is I'm going to upload a logo, Threekit logo. Again, just to show you that there are so many possibilities that we can have here. And I also wanted to point out that the hat, the stitching, the logo actually is following the shape of the hat. There's not any Hollywood trickery of just throwing these images on there. Threekit's a very powerful tool in that, this is what the hat will look like when it's done. Okay, so this is my configured hat. I am a employee at Threekit, and I need to make sure that my hat meets the requirements that my marketing team has put out for me. So what Puka does is it outputs this PDF form, and this allows us to, for me as a purchaser, send this over to my marketing manager, make sure I selected the right colors, right materials. And for Puka, this is powerful because this allows them to begin their supply chain. If I get the okay from my marketing manager and I'll hit the buy button on Puka, Puka's able to send this to their manufacturer and it's ready to go. It eliminates a huge human element and one of the most time-consuming processes of customizing a product, which is generating those visuals. So that was a very rich customizer. So now we're going to pivot a little bit and show you kind of a more direct-to-consumer store. So I'm going to show you Icarus Luggage. This is our Threekit's luggage store. And something I wanted to point out to you is that 3D experiences do not need to live strictly on a product page. So here's a 3D experience right on the landing page of my e-commerce store. And I can get a really in-depth look of what this product looks like before I've even navigated to my product page. So if I do go to my personalized page, full screen was giving me a little issue here. Here is our Travel King. The same luggage that I saw in red on the home page has now been set to black on the product page. Any of these color combinations that are available on the suitcase here on this product page, you can utilize elsewhere in marketing materials, on the home page, on blog posts, anywhere that you can put HTML code, you can put this 3D player, and you can have a really powerful experience for your customer. So not only, I know there are only 10 swatches available here, but there are still hundreds of available combinations that we can create. And the amount of information that's housed on this one product page, could be the amount of information that's contained on, 10, 20, 30 traditional product pages. And what this means is that your customers will be engaged, so they won't navigate away from your product page. They're more likely to interact with your products and add them to your cart. So that was our more direct-to-consumer approach. I'm going to stop sharing for 1 second just to pull up our next experience, which is augmented reality. And I'll show you how Threekit can translate into a mobile shopping experience. So this product is a little bit different. It's not the luggage, and this is another store we have. And this is for our media cabinet. So again, we have the options that are available to us. And I'll just make a couple of option picks here. Give our 2 compartments 2 doors. And I'm going to view this in my space with that button. So on any Android and Apple device, without any browsers, without any additional apps or installations, I can launch these augmented reality experiences right from the browser. So here's our 2 cabinet. And again, this is about customization and personalization. So what if I don't like the 2 compartment? I'm going to make it a 3 compartment and see how that fits in my living room. So we'll give the middle compartment a different look and we'll launch it in our space again. Here's the model, and we'll launch this into my living room to see if I like it. I think it looks pretty good, actually. So I know that was a lot of examples. So just for a quick recap of what I showed you, we did a B2B hat customizer with Puka. So we showed you how rich of a customizer you could have with thousands of available options. We showed you our luggage store powered by Shopify to show you that 3D does not only have to live on a product page, you can also engage with your customers elsewhere. And finally, we showed you our mobile shopping experience with configurable augmented reality, which is super exciting. So with that, I will hand it back to Ishmael and we will carry on.
Thank you, Will. So yeah, a lot to cover there, but we hope it was a rich experience and something that you'd be interested in pursuing further, looking at. But with that, I think it's important to call out who we are over at Threekit. A little bit of our background. Our software in general, created by Ben Houston, our founder, now CTO, got its start way back in mid 2000s, where he produced high quality visuals and 3D renders for Hollywood films. But as time went on, this trend within e-commerce started to grow, and he was able to translate that software over to e-commerce, and he fully transitioned into helping businesses, grow their online experience. And now we are the global leader in visualization. And these are just a couple of the names who trust in us being their visualization partner. A couple of the larger names, Crate and Barrel, Herman Miller, and Steelcase in the furniture space. But we also do work in the B2B or B2C side with Fashion and Kashiyama, Bamford Watches, Choice. The list definitely does go on. So with that, I think this is a great opportunity for us to open up the floor and see if there are any questions. So feel free, please unmute yourself or send in a question to the chat. Does not look like we have any questions coming through. So with that, I wanted to say thank you. We'll be ending a little bit earlier here, but we will have this recording up on our website and share with anyone that did attend. So thank you very much and enjoy the rest of your week.